Hey folks, FJB3 here, the Wrestling Nut with more content for geeks. Let's get right to it. So now Gunther is afraid of Jey Uso and WTF, what the fuck. All right, Wrestling 101, folks. I told you they'd have to bring in somebody to spice up this feud, and interestingly enough, they have a twin brother. And they did the beatdown of Jimmy Uso well, okay? And so Wrestling 101 is once you invoke in a promo your mother, now you have taken that feud to the next level. Now it's a grudge match and it's retribution because it's family and you ever talk to your mom about being hurt? We got 14 stitches. Now I'm gonna no. So, this is the problem with this, folks, okay? And I'm not being hypercritical here. I mean, Jay did a fine job of emotionally, emoting, this all of a sudden newfound rage. But, this whole invoking your mother just to bring it to the next level is fine. But having, WWE Creative obviously told Gunther in this spot to look like you're self-doubting yourself. They're big into facial reactions. They teach these talents how to invoke emotion on their face because it's critical when it comes to professional wrestling. And you have established a world class ring general for over 3 years, okay? And now all of a sudden that Jay gets a little pissed off because his family was involved in the feud, that all of a sudden Gunther's a little nervous. For a wrestling nut, for a wrestling geek, this just does not, this lands flat because this is, again, just opening up the scrapbook of how to do book feuds in the wrestling handbook. Fine. But it's a shame that they have another week. I mean, feels like the Elimination Chamber was last year, for heaven's sake. So they have another week of programming for this, folks, and we'll see where it goes. But to have Jay all of a sudden become a badass because he talked to his mother about his brother getting 14 stitches. I was really, you ever talk to your mom about that? And then Gunther, looking like, I don't know. Fine, fine. This is, fine. This is a mid-card match on night 1 or night 2, okay? And I don't see anywhere other than this is going to be Jay's moment and he gets the championship and has his WrestleMania moment. It seems this family has a lot of influence in the WWE and it's creative, and you can see that by whenever Rikishi speaks, his father, that they seem to try to appease the family, and that's not a good or bad thing. I'm just saying this is probably what's going to happen. I do this, folks, because of the Royal Rumble this year. I started this content because I knew this was bullshit and where it was going. I'm a wrestling aficionado, a wrestling nut. Do it for the love of the game. Subscribe because it's becoming really fun. But leave a comment because that's where I like to interact. I love other people's thoughts and opinions on subjects. So tell me about, why Gunther all of a sudden is afraid of Jey Uso. Thanks, folks.